Alrighty guys, welcome back to another video. So this is going to be a little bit of a tutorial and a bit of an insight into what I'm doing at the moment, I guess. I don't know. So I had a bulk lot, I sorted out a heap of small pieces, got this tray full of Ziploc bags, so I sorted it into like one of those Acro Meals drawers. I'll see if I can put a picture of it up so you can see what I'm talking about. Anyways, I needed some drawers, so I emptied the pieces out of the drawers into Ziploc bags, and I'm going to go through and do all the studs, as you can see on the screen, the 4073 part number. So I've got them all, pulled them all out of here, laid them out on the desk, and so now what I want to do is find out where in my Bricklink store all of these pieces are. So there's an easy way to do it. So if you have the Brick Store app on your computer and you have a Bricklink store, download your Bricklink store. That's the wrong one. This is my store. So if we go Control F 4073, this isn't the way. It'll show us all our studs. So you can see I've got them in drawers and more drawers and more drawers and more drawers and multiple lots. So the easy way to transfer your remarks field or your drawer number is to come into here, go edit, and you can do this from any document, copy values from document, and then what you want to do is items from an already open document, or you can do it from your clipboard. So we want the values that are in my Bricklink store, so the drawer numbers, so the drawers I'm going to be putting these pieces into. And then we want to copy, you can copy all of this stuff, but at the moment I only really care about the remark. So we click finish, and now some of the prices will carry over, but now I've got the remarks, and I can filter by remarks, and then I can see where all of the pieces are and which drawers I need to grab and which pieces need a drawer. So what I can do is I can go through, I'll grab a bunch of drawers and I'll be back. So as you can see, I've got some drawers here now. So these will be drawers 10, 11 and 122. And then I've got a Ziploc bag here as well, which apparently I needed for something, that one piece. And then if you're probably wondering why I've skipped all of these ones, 80, 80, 70, so on and so forth, all of them. That is because, I'll move the camera, so just be aware, they are in here. Probably can't see very well, but a lot of those are in this drawer unit, and this is the drawers that I was talking about. I got them, and can't see it, but those blue ones down there as well. That's what I use. So I'll put the camera back, and hopefully I can get it back where it was roughly. So now I've got all my drawers over here. Some of these don't have drawer numbers, but we will fix that as we go. So I'll leave those till last, and then I'll know, like this drawer for example, the back bit's empty, so I could put pieces in there. So we'll do this drawer 10 one first. It just so happens to be this one. Clear everything out of the way. Find, what is it, white pieces, the white studs. They should be in here somewhere, hopefully. That's not good. I can't find them. Unless I've done it and didn't record it. As in, I put the pieces in there and then didn't update this spreadsheet, which is very possible. That's okay, we'll move on to a different piece. Do we have the trans green ones? I may have done a bunch already. So trans bright green, for example. So, get all that out of the way. So we've got these. This says that they are in drawer 79. So go to my things, find drawer 79, open it up. One other thing that I'll do is I'll actually open another sheet on here, just so that I can help keep things organized. And we might save this and we could call it put in drawer, just to make it obvious what that is. So make sure these colors match, which they do, so we're good. Got some red ones in here as well. Obviously this drawer, the red is too full, and as the drawer gets opened, it pushes them into the back there. Not ideal. We can live with that though. So 5 of them. Go back to here, there's 5, yep. So I'll drop them in there. We'll cut this from what I need to do and put it into what I have put in the drawer. And that piece is done. Get the Ziploc bag out of the way, move the drawer, put the drawer out of the way or back away in its home or whatever. And then we'll keep going. What I can do too is, if you didn't know, you can also move these things around and get rid of them, so I don't need sale. So just right click and then just click on sale and it'll go. If you want it, right click and bring it back. So there you go. So what I'll do is I'll do a time-lapse speed thingy of me doing a bunch of these, and then I'll come back with some of them when I'm finished. Alright, so turns out I've made a mistake listing pieces in my Bricklink store. It's not bad, I just forgot to add these trans red plate round 1x1 pieces. So these ones here. So I'll have to do that. Now what I might do, because I've got half a drawer plus this Ziploc bag, and if you remember before, these ended up in here, I might make one drawer for these trans red pieces, and then these ones will have to be moved to a different drawer somewhere. So I will have to fix that. So if we sit these off to the side, I can fix that and then come back to it. Alrighty guys, so I just ran into another issue. I was just going through all of these, to see what I had on the desk here, and what drawers that and stuff they were in. So I got to this piece. So it's in this bag, which I'm sure there's one in there. Actually, we can check that. But it's here. This is the drawer that I was looking for, which is drawer 86. I just highlighted it. So I'll show you what I did. So I was on the bottom of this page. I scrolled to the bottom because that was closer than the top, and I was scrolling through, so I found a new one. Scrolling up more. So here's this one, which is in the bag. So I might have to fish those out and get them all together. We'll see. Actually, I might leave that one just because that was one that I bought as an individual piece for 2.5 cents each. So I might leave that one. Just because I think I'm tracking the cost of them or something. And then we've got this one, which is 120. That's a new piece again. That's one that I've bought at a loss apparently, at like a 4-cent loss. It's fine. It was like how you would do the cost of a set, but a bunch of new pieces. There's another one that would have come from there, and that one. There'd be more. So this is the one we were looking no. So that was in 120. So this draw, no, that's 112. Where'd 120 go? I'm sure I had it. Oh, that's 122. I don't have it on me. I'll grab it. Alright, so it was just made obvious to me that this is not the drawer I was looking for. I should have just looked at the condition. It's new, so it's one of those pieces that so it's a new piece, so we don't want that. Keep going. Drawer 120 is a bunch of new pieces, which actually I can show you. So these are the spare pieces out of a whole bunch of friends sets, as you can see. So still scrolling. Here's 112, which is this drawer, and there's one in there. I'll turn my light on. That may or may not help. So I'll grab that piece out, because why not? While I'm here, while I've got it, and then I'm dropping things now. So hopefully eventually I can empty that compartment out and it'll be a free compartment for all of one piece. Or alternatively, I just keep using it as a compartment for random pieces. So if we keep going up, so first of all, to make sure that it should be in here somewhere. Is it 112? Here. So it'll be this one, which we'll have to update. I'll do that, and then we'll keep coming up to here, 86. So what I might do, so here's 86. So we'll put this one away, which I can. We'll take this one out of drawer 112, put it into drawer 65, and what I might do is on here change that to 66. I've now added a piece, and where was it in 112 here, 5 cents, so the price is the same. Where was it? Here, so then I can simply delete that, hit enter, and it should update, I think. Yeah. So now 11, it's not there anymore. So that is now fixed. And on here we can just delete that, even though this is just my store download thing, and when I re-download it again later it'll update, so that will be fixed. If that makes sense. So now we need to change this remark to 3086. That's what we want. And we can save that. And now we'll put these pieces in here. So I'm hoping that everyone is able to follow along with some sort of ease. I think you can see better in the video than you can in real life. I'll try and get my light to sit better. So now that's done, so we will... What are we doing here? Cutting, I think? Yeah, cut from there, paste into here. Save. Right. Save that. Right, so as you can see, that one, and that one I can't find in the bags anywhere. So we will have to manually check all of them. Put this drawer away. I think it goes there. 6, yeah. So now... don't know if I have good enough light to do this. But we will see. I have an empty drawer. So I grabbed this drawer instead of this container just because this container has like little indents which makes the pieces sit around there, so when you tip it they'll go like that instead of just personal preference. The first thing I want to do is pull out all the dark, what are they, dark bluish grey, flat silver ones, which I think I have done now. And what I'll do is I'll put them in this bag, and then they'll be with ones of that same colour, which I'll sort out later. Now, I do believe there was some light grey studs in here. Not sure how many there was. They would have been entered as a light bluish grey. So I think... So you probably can't see it, but it's these ones just here. I think it may be those ones. Not sure about these two. So I can't, the light isn't quite right to be able to tell easily. I'll cheat and just move my light over them. So here's one. I think that is a flat silver one. I think we've just about got them all. Oh, I accidentally turned it off. There is sort of an in-between, so I'll move them over there. Those three definitely are. I don't think it makes a whole lot of difference in terms of price, but in terms of people wanting light grey, it definitely helps. I think I've got them. If not, I'm sure I'll find them when I'm picking. Okay, hang on a second. That's not that colour. Unless it's dark like this, but... Anyways, so that... Yeah. I reckon those two are just a bit faded. Light bluish, light bluish grey, but faded slightly. So, where are we here? So that's -3, so that should be 60. So, what draw is that? 122, that's 120, which isn't here. So, they can go in there for now. I'll grab a Ziploc bag. We'll figure out where these ones go. And what I'll do, so I'm pretty sure my light bluish grey and my light grey studs are in the same drawer. 4073. No, I don't know part numbers. I just remember that from looking at them. Light grey, 3, close. Save. Right, so I haven't put them in drawer, so we won't move these pieces into the put in drawer file. Can't find them mixed in with the silver, which is here. So silver, flat silver. It's probably silver, flat silver, and dark bluish grey. Quite possibly. So full. Sit that in my thing of empty Ziploc bags. So I'm going to try and use my little light thing to find all the silver one. Is it silver? Metallic silver. One of the two. It's really hard. Because it's only a little thing like that. It's not the best thing to use when it's really dark. But you can definitely use it if you're in a pinch. That one. This one. This one. That one, I think. Oh, that's right. That's another pile of silver. Oops. There we go. I like that's better because I can actually look directly through the light. Better than that because that way I can't look directly through the light. That makes things a lot easier. Like there's a ring thing that you can see through. So I think that's all of them, and it looks like it's just flat silver and silver that was mixed in together. So, whoops, I didn't want to do that. Grab the container I didn't want to use. Get all the silver out of the way, look through, flat silver. It all looks on the up and up. I was just trying to find the one that flicked away. I reckon that's all flat silver. We don't need that. So we'll do a count just because they'll mix in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 4, 26, 28, 32, 4, 36, 38, 42, 44, 46, 48. Right, 107 should be this one. Yep. So, what's the best way to do this? Funnel in the drawer, grab another container, scoop them into the container, and then tip the container into the funnel. And voila. Super easy. Grab these at like your local grocery store. They're super useful for your small pieces like this. Highly recommend. And now we'll take the flat silver, cut it, paste it into here. Save, make sure we save along the way. And metallic silver, I'll have that in a drawer over here. What number? 83. 70, 83. That's great counting. Right. So now we'll do a count again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21. Perfect. Now, because there's less, what I can do is just tip them in. Probably could have done that before, but I got to show you guys the funnel, which is super duper useful. So that goes in there, that gets put away. We'll cut the silver, we'll paste it into here. Control X, Control V is a lot quicker. So now, these ones don't have drawers. I've got to fix, or make a note. Need to fix drawer. Right. Trans neon yellow. Where'd they go? Here. Pretty sure that's like the yellow and not the green. I'd have to check that, which I'll do soon. So what do I have? The light grey. Turn my little light off. So these two. So draw 122. So if I go to my Bricklink store, and I go to my store, go to inventory. Why do I have 120 lots to notify? I'm not sure. What am I? 4073. By the end of this, I should know that part number. What are we looking for? Light grey, light bluish grey. Either or should work. 120. That's not the draw number we want. Skip all the 120s. Should have done it in brick store, so 122. I'm gonna guess in here one. Here, 122. Sort by remarks, that's easier. going on with 122? I have to find it. Alrighty, so I found one draw 11, which should tell me what this color is. Again, we'll use the light to make sure that we've got good light, because bad light means you can't tell the difference between Lego pieces quite often. So so that's neon green, which I had wrong. So this needs to be made to green. Done. So that means that all of these can go in here. So we will just tip the Ziploc bag in, like so, or another alternative is they all want it to fall in. Get your funnel, put it in, get your Ziploc bag, and turn it upside down in the funnel and just... There you go. Right. That one's done. So we'll mark this as being draw 11. Save it. Cut it, paste it. Save it, save it. Control S to save shortcut, even though I just clicked. So that's done. What else did I have to do? The greys, that's right. So draw 122. Apparently, I thought that was going to fall. Has a bunch of random pieces in it. A lot of cones. Which means I need to find another draw for them. So that's fun. So I might just leave those studs in here. I don't think it's really worth fishing them out. I really don't. Not for one. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Yeah, one. Oh, that's right here. So let's delete that 122. Go to here. Store inventory 4073. Or was it draw 122? It was in. So I think this is done by draw number. By remark. Sorry, I just use it for draw numbers, as do a lot of people. So it should be this one. So what we will do is delete that one. And then in here, we'll make that 61. Done. And save. Right. So now that they need a draw. Just trying to think how I could realistically do it. So what I might do is stop recording for a bit and then have a think and come back. Alrighty, so I found a bunch of drawers. There's some you can see on camera. So what I did was I went into Brickstore, my store sheet, and I basically went through here looking at draw numbers. So you See here, there's 2 for 10, they're both white. Okay, sure, whatever. Which, I might actually have to look at that, because I don't think that's right. Oh, maybe it is. Anyways, so you see there's only one colour for that drawer, and there's an empty compartment. Drawer 11, so there's 2 colours, which is here, so you got 2. Drawer 75, so that's this one. So it's only got one colour, and so there's an empty compartment. And that's what I did. I went through here, found drawers with only one colour stud in them, checked them. Some had other pieces, like I just found another drawer with an empty compartment. Like this one has these slope pieces and a stud, so when I checked it, I was like, oh, there's pieces in there, so I can't use that drawer. So that's what I did. So what we'll do is move some of these out of the way. I don't think I want them on my keyboard. So what I can do, this is where things get a little bit complicated and you've really got to pay attention to what you're doing. So I don't think the red ones were entered in anywhere. 79. So that's here. So that's these trans bright green. So what I need to do is, it might be easier if I do this. So come here, trans. Here we go, trans bright green. Draw 79. Why is it saying there's 5 of them? Oh, because there was more in here. Wasn't there? I think. Yeah. So that should make 10. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All up. Yep. We're going to change this remark to 10. Save that. Put them in there. So now, if someone orders, that remark will now be D00010 or draw 10. So the next thing is we can close that. So now we need to change, get rid of that because they're the right colour. Make that the same remark as what they're in now. This is where if you forget to do that, you're going to have a hard time finding this piece because Bricklink will tell you they're in draw 79 even though you've moved them to draw 10, so you really got to pay attention and do that. The good thing is I changed it on Bricklink here already, so if it wants to load, so I could use this, find this piece and then have a look and that would be fine. You probably couldn't understand any of that. So that's done. So now that drawer 10 is full, I can't put that away because that's sitting over there somewhere. Drawer 11. Right. So we'll sit the red ones aside because I need to count them. Drawer 77 was dark bluish grey as well, apparently. And that had 10 in it. So I can add these ones to this drawer. So where are my 10 pieces? Here. So let's see how well this larger Ziploc bag goes being tipped straight into here. Actually pretty well. Cool. Saves time grabbing the funnel and such. So now, update this remark. to reflect the drawer that it's actually in. We'll cut that, put it in here, paste it, do not override, save that, put that away because we don't need that drawer anymore. Dark bluish grey. I haven't. Oh, they're here. Never mind. I do have them. So these can go into drawer 77. 00077. Feel free to skip forward through the video at any point. No. Right. Save and save. So now we can actually tip these out. They go in there. Get rid of the Ziploc bag. Um, 77 gets put away. 78 is over here. That was another one I had to check on. So that was for some other pieces. I was just having a look to see if I had an empty drawer sitting here somewhere, but I don't. So what I'm going to do with this drawer is, you probably can't see, but there is a pink piece in there and a lime green piece. What I'm going to do is have a look through these other pieces that I have sitting here, which I think I've got them all now, and tip them into here and use this as a bit of a mixed colour section. So colours that stand out relatively well. So these two, just to save drawers, save space. Now highlight two things, right click, hit whatever it is that you want to update, so remark, price, etc. Enter 07, enter or OK, and I'll do both of them or all of them. And then we can cut, paste, Control S to save. Right, 107 gets put away. So now, some of these I still can't find. I reckon they've disappeared, or I've already done them. Right. What I might do, you've seen enough, I'll just cut and come back when it's done. I come back just before I price and upload that. Alrighty, so I discovered I had 326 of these that weren't in my Bricklink inventory. Not sure how that happened, it just did. I fixed it. They're in here, they'll be uploaded with this, so let's set it to price guide and see how much it comes out to. So 2.8 cents each. So there's this cool thing, if you don't know, you just right click on price to get to it quickly. Come up here to round to 2 decimal places, so this should take it up to 3 cents each, which it did. I like to do that myself. It makes working out how much things cost a lot easier if you're doing maths in your head and stuff, thinking about the customer, that sort of thing. Brings it up to $9.78. You know, 3 cents each. It's not a lot, but when you have 326 of them, it adds up. Apparently $9.78 worth. Plus we have these. So these will go in this same drawer. So I've fixed the drawer. Put them in there. Now what I'm actually going to do is, I've got this big drawer which is empty at the moment, so I'm gonna tip all them in here temporarily. Take these red studs, because there's so many of them, they spill into two sections. I might just remove that for now. Tip them all in there, put that back in, and now red and grey. So the red will be 267. So that'll go into drawer 00267. Cut that, paste it into here. Just click no. Consolidate, because they're the same, so I should. So while we'll just do this quickly by hand or by calculator. 326 plus 68 equals 394. So we want to merge those two. That'll give us 394. And if we set that to the cost again, and then we do that, so there you go. This drawer, $11 and $11.82 in here, sitting in here. So if someone came and wanted 394 of these, that's a little bit of money. So that's fixed up. So now, where do I sit my grey? In here. I can put one colour, the light bluish grey in the front and the dark light grey in the back. And that is 79. So in here, this one and this one go in drawer 79, and they get cut, paste, no, don't override. Why are they priced? Oh, it must have just been copied from when I did that, yeah. Right, so all of these are in their drawers. A bunch of them are priced from my store, like these yellow ones, so on and so forth. So I won't worry about repricing those. What I will do is I'll do it the quick way. This one, these, price, thank you Brick Store, round, there we go. Oh, 10 cents each for the light grey ones. Now if you wanted to, you could look through and go, oh, these trans bright green ones, I want to sell them for 10 cents each and change prices if you wanted to. Like the silver ones and the grey ones. These yellowish green ones. I've seen almost none of them, so I might change that to, let's say, 10 cents. Same with this one. Yeah. Just based on my own personal experience with Lego, although I suppose there's heaps of them in certain sets. Oh, that's for the two of them. Yeah, so you get, oh wow. Yeah. 6 is the most you'll get in one set for them. This thing here is handy too, and these ones 4 is the most. Oh no, 139 in the Batman art. Yeah, right. So we'll discount that. We might discount that set too, so it's like 12. So we might make it 50 cents a pop. Same here. Just, based on how many sets you can actually get them in. This one. So what I might do now, actually why not? So what do we have? Yellow screen, medium azure, and that. So come here, we can have a look and see how many of those colors are available in Australia, because that's where I am. Medium azure, I have one. Price guide. So yeah, that says about 5 cents each. Let's have a look within at what they are. Last free, that'd be Batman art. Last price, highest price. $1.45 used. So that's everywhere. What about Australia? Highest is 25 cents new. Show condition. We'll say used. 10 cents new used, sorry. The most, whoops, lowest, 2 cents. So what was the average price for them? 5 cents. Yeah, that you don't need to see that. We might leave it yellow screen. I can always change it later too, that's the thing. Internet's being weird, right. I don't need you to load price guide. Yellowish green. When it wants to load 5 cents items. Sale everywhere, all methods. We'll make not used. Last price search. That's very low. A cent. What's the highest? $1.45. Well, there you go. Australia? 10 cents is the highest. And then lowest, 2 cents. So again, that 5 cent mark. And then the light grey. Last one, I promise. This is boring, isn't it? That one. So, Australia, the lowest, 5 cents. Highest, 15 cents. 10 cents seems pretty reasonable for that. Anywhere, just out of curiosity. Yeah. So it's a toss-up of... I'll change it to 50 cents anyways. It's a toss-up of how badly do you want to sell it. Right, so they're all priced. We changed the prices. So now to upload to Bricklink, we just Control A, go export, mass update. No, sorry, upload. So it's $53 here. That's not too bad. Come here, go to store, go to add. Sorry, mass upload. Go here, paste. I'll have to look into these more, but for now, verify. So I scroll through, all that looks good. Upload. And done. So now, I'll just put the drawers away. And that's it. We're done. Alright, so thanks guys for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Just leave a comment. I'll try and answer them. Or it might be more of a video thing. It's depending on what the question is. Just ask. I'll do my best to answer if I can. Make sure to like the video if it helped, if you enjoyed it, whatever. Subscribe, so on and so forth. Probably rambled on well and truly more than long enough. So thanks guys, if you've watched this far, thank you so much. And hopefully I'll see you all in the next one.